Hey, everyone! Welcome back to All Old Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the stories behind coins and currency from all around the world. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin you might have in your pocket right now, the 2005 United States $1 dime, also known as the Roosevelt Dime. It might seem like just a small piece of change, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. First, let's go over the basics. The Roosevelt Dime has been in circulation since 1946 and was created to honor the 32nd President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 2005 dime is no exception. It features Roosevelt's portrait on the front, or obverse, side of the coin, along with the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the mint year, 2005. Flipping the coin over, we see the reverse side. It shows a torch, symbolizing freedom, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. Surrounding this are the words, United States of America, the coin's denomination, $1 dime, and the Latin phrase, e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. This is a reminder of the unity between states that make up the United States. But why is Roosevelt on the dime? Well, Roosevelt was a beloved president, but he was also instrumental in founding the March of Dimes campaign, which originally aimed to fight polio, the disease he himself battled. The dime became a fitting tribute to his legacy in public health and service. Now, let's get into some details unique to the 2005 dime. This coin was minted in two places, Philadelphia and Denver. If you look closely, you'll see a small letter, P or D, on the coin, just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. This letter tells us where the coin was minted, P for Philadelphia and D for Denver. Philadelphia dimes have no mint mark until 1980, but now they do. And while both versions are fairly common, certain dimes with minor errors or in uncirculated condition can be a little more valuable to collectors, and yes, there are some error dimes from 2005 that are highly sought after by collectors. For example, off-center strikes, missing elements, or other rare minting errors can increase a coin's value significantly. So, if you have a 2005 dime with something unusual about it, hold on to it. It could be worth more than $10,000. Now, in terms of composition, the 2005 dime is made of a combination of copper and nickel. These modern dimes have a core of copper with an outer layer that's copper-nickel, which gives them that silvery look. Interestingly, pre-1965 dimes were made of 90% silver, so if you come across one of those older silver dimes, it's worth a lot more than face value. For collectors, the 2005 Roosevelt dime is relatively common and doesn't carry much additional value unless it's in mint condition or has a unique error. That said, some people love to collect every year of the Roosevelt Dime series, which makes finding a pristine 2005 coin a fun addition. So, that's the story behind the 2005 United States $1 dime. A tiny piece of metal with a big connection to American history, from honoring a president to symbolizing peace, freedom, and unity. Next, we're diving into the story behind one of the most recognizable coins in American pocket change, the US dime. Specifically, we're taking a close look at the 2013 United States $1 dime coin. So here it is. This is the United States $1 dime from 2013, and if you're familiar with the dime, you'll instantly recognize the man on the front, Franklin D. Roosevelt. He's been on the dime since 1946, and his legacy ties right back to this coin. Roosevelt was placed on the dime shortly after his death in 1945. As the president who led America through both the Great Depression and most of World War II, his impact was huge. But there's more to it. Roosevelt was a major advocate for the March of Dimes, an organization dedicated to eradicating polio, a disease he personally battled. This connection led to his portrait being chosen for the dime, a tribute that has stuck around for over 7 decades. Let's take a closer look at the design here. On the obverse, or front side, you'll see Roosevelt's profile facing left, with the word liberty to his left and the national motto, "In God we trust," below his chin. There's also a small mint mark, either a P for the Philadelphia Mint or a D for Denver, letting us know where the coin was made. Right below Roosevelt's neck, you'll find the year, in this case, 2013, and the initials of the coin's designer, John R. Sinek, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. Now let's flip it over to the reverse side. Here, we see the symbols that have made the US dime iconic: the torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right. The torch stands for liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch symbolizes strength and independence. These symbols work together to embody the ideals that the United States holds dear. And of course, we see the phrases United States of America and E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one, representing the unity of the states. And finally, below all of that, we have one dime, just in case anyone needs a reminder of this coin's value. Even though it's the largest of the US coins in terms of size, its value and significance run deep. So, why is this 2013 dime special? It's actually part of an ongoing series of Roosevelt dimes, and while the design has remained mostly consistent since 1946, each year's dime tells a story of America in that moment. Think about it. In 2013, we were in a time of economic recovery after the 2008 financial crisis, and coins like this remind us of our progress, strength, and unity. While other coins have undergone redesigns or been completely replaced, the Roosevelt dime has stayed largely the same since it was introduced. It's an enduring symbol that honors both a president and an era. Now last one coin, we're continuing our journey through US currency, and we're taking a closer look at the United States one dime from 2022. This little coin has a lot of history and some interesting details, so let's dive right in. Here it is, the 2022 United States one dime. And if you've ever taken a close look at a dime, the face should be familiar. It's Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. Roosevelt's portrait was first placed on the dime in 1946, a year after his death. But why Roosevelt on a dime? It actually goes back to his fight against polio. Roosevelt was instrumental in founding the March of Dimes, a movement dedicated to raising funds for polio research and treatment. His role in that cause made his portrait on the dime a meaningful tribute that stuck around for decades. Now, let's look at some details. On the obverse, or front, of the coin, you'll see Roosevelt's profile facing left. To his left, there's the word liberty, with the national motto, "In God We Trust." Just below his chin, below his neck, you'll find the date, 2022, and a small mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. A P stands for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco if it's a proof coin. The initials, JS, you see below his neck represent the coin's designer, John R. Sinek, who was the chief engraver of the US Mint when the dime's design was created. Flipping to the reverse side, we find the iconic symbols that give the dime its unique look. In the center, we have a torch, symbolizing liberty, with an olive branch on the left for peace and an oak branch on the right for strength. These elements together represent the values that America holds close: liberty, peace, and resilience. Above them, you'll see United States of America and the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, a tribute to the unity of the states. And of course, right at the bottom, you'll see the denomination spelled out, one dime. It might be the smallest coin in size, but it holds a lot of history in its design and symbolism. So, what's special about the 2022 dime? While the design has stayed consistent over the years, each coin carries the mark of its era. Think of 2022, a year where we were continuing to navigate a world shaped by the COVID-19 pandemic, with themes of resilience and unity ever present. This dime, like all our coins, serves as a reminder of our shared journey. Unlike some other coins, the Roosevelt dime has remained largely the same since 1946. It's one of the few coins that hasn't seen a major redesign, showing how Roosevelt's legacy and the values he represents are still held in high regard. Thanks for watching, everyone. That's the story behind the 2022 US dime, a small coin with a big impact. If you enjoyed learning about this piece of American currency, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more coin stories and history. And let us know in the comments which coin you'd like to see us cover next. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story. See you in the next video.